Hello everyone, welcome to GX Education YouTube channel. In this video we will discuss about polymorphism, what is a polymorphism and what are the use polymorphism in Java programming. Let's begin this video. And here I will explain all this in a form of presentation. Let's start the presentation. And this is me, Abhishek Kumar Agrari, and outlines are what is a polymorphism in programming and why we use polymorphism, types of polymorphism in Java, runtime polymorphism, compile time polymorphism, and when we use a polymorphism. Okay, there are two types of polymorphism in Java. First is known as a runtime polymorphism, and second one is known as a compile time polymorphism. Let's we can start this session with a very nice question. What is a polymorphism in programming? It is a very important concept, polymorphism in Java. Polymorphism is the capability of a method to do difficult thing based on the object. It means that if there is a very different, it is a very difficult task. If we want to do, then we will use the polymorphism. Okay, so here is written that polymorphism is a capability of a method to different thing based on the object. Okay, in other words, polymorphism allow you define one interface and have a multiple implementation. Okay, suppose that if you have a different if you have define one interface and have multiple implementation. Suppose that you have a multiple implementation, and if you have one single interface, then also we have used here polymorphism. It is a feature that allow one interface to be used for a general class of actions. An operation may show different behavior in different instance. Okay, an operation may show, it means that it may be show a different behavior and different instance. The behavior depends on the type of data used in the operation, and also behaviors is depend upon the types of operation, what types of operation you are perform and what type of data you are used for that operation. Okay, and it plays an important role. It allow object having different internal structure to share the same external interface, and also it play very important role to allow object having different internal structure. Suppose that if you write a code and the structure of that code is a different, then it also play a different role for that structure and a different role for the different structure what you build. Share some external interface, and also it shares some external interface. And let's we talk about the fifth point. The polymorphism is extensively used in implementing inheritance, or it is also used as extensively used. Suppose that it is extensively used for implementing inheritance. It is a very important here. Polymorphism also used as extensively for implementing inheritance in Java programming language. Okay, and why we use polymorphism? It is a very good concept why we use polymorphism. Okay, and the first thing is here, polymorphism allow you to program in general rather than program in specific. Okay, it allow to program in general rather than program in specific. Okay, polymorphism allow you to write a program that process objects that share to some superclass, and also here it's allowed to share some superclass instead of allow to write a program to process for the object. Okay, and with polymorphism we can design and implement system that are easily extensible, and also here we use polymorphism to design and implement system that are easily extensible. And fourth concept is here, now classes can be added with little or no modification to a journal portion of the program. And also here new class can be added. Okay, here in polymorphism concept, a new class can be added with the little or no modification to journal portion Suppose that if you have written a code, a very big line of code, and if you want to add some if you want to add some other code and you want to modify your program, so also here is possible in by using the polymorphism concept. So we can add new class. So here it's written that new class can be added with the little or no modification to a journal portion of a program. And types of polymorphism in Java. There are two types of polymorphism in Java. First is known as runtime polymorphism. Yeah, also it's known as a dynamic polymorphism. And second is a compile time polymorphism and known as a static polymorphism. So you can say that there are two type of polymorphism in Java. First is dynamic polymorphism, also known as a runtime polymorphism, and second is static polymorphism, then it is known as compile time polymorphism. Okay, so what is the runtime polymorphism or dynamic polymorphism? Okay, the method overloading. Okay, the concept come inside runtime polymorphism is a method overloading. Okay, it is a very important method. It method overloading is a perfect example for runtime polymorphism. Okay, so you can say that it is a perfect example for runtime polymorphism, method overloading. In this kind of polymorphism, reference of class X can hold object of class X or an object of X on object of any subclass of class X. For example, if class Y extends class X, then both of the following statements are valid. Okay, suppose that a perfect example of runtime polymorphism. Okay, method overloading is a perfect example for the runtime polymorphism. In this kind of polymorphism, reference of class X can hold object of class X or an object of any subclass of class X. So here is example is given. Suppose that y object equal to new y, then a parent class reference can be assigned to a child object, then x object equal to new y. Okay, y class. Let's see the below example to understand it's better. Okay, here is given a public class X, and inside this class public class method A is a base class method, and system.out.println. Here we print the statement hello I am method A of class X. Then here we close the class. So we have written over here public class Y extend X, public void method A, derived class method, and then again we have to print some statement hello I am method of method A class Y. Okay, because here method class X, and here written that hello I am method of class Y. Here again we use some public class Z. Okay, public static void main string args. Okay, again x object 1 equal to new x object 2 equal to new y, object 1 dot method A, object 2 dot method A. Okay, here we close the class, then output will be print hello I am method of class X. Here is written hello I am method of class X and hello I am method of class Y, and both the statement is printed by using this here we use x object 1 equal to new x x. Okay, and x object 2 new xy, then object 1 dot method A and object 2 dot method A. Here is the close, and output will be this. Okay, so you can also take write this example as for example of runtime polymorphism. Okay, yeah, runtime polymorphism or dynamic polymorphism. Now next is a compile time polymorphism or static polymorphism. It is a very important. Okay, so you can understand by this statement compile time polymorphism is nothing but method overloading in Java. Here compile time polymorphism is method overloading in Java, and here method overloading is a perfect example of runtime polymorphism. And here compile time polymorphism is nothing but method overloading in Java. It is also method overloading in Java. In a simple term, we can say that a class can have more than one method with the same name, but with a different number of argument or different type of argument or both. Here compile time polymorphism is nothing but method overloading in Java. In simple term, we can say that a class can have more than one method. So here is simply here the statement is written over here. The simple term, we can say that a class can have more than one method. A class can have more than one method with the single name, but with the different number of argument or different type of argument or both. Okay, so you can better understand by example. Let's see the below example, understand it better. Class X, here we written a void method a int num, system.out.println method a plus num, void method a int num1 num2, system.out.println, here we num method num1 plus here we here plus num2 double method system.println, and class y, here we created class X, class y, and all this is statement. After that, output will be get method a20, method a2030, method a55, answer is 5.5. Over here is object method a5.5. okay, when we use polymorphism, so you are programming in Java, then it is not a choice. You can't avoid using polymorphism. The biggest benefit of polymorphism is that it allows for extensible programs. Okay, you can have an API which deals with base type and require no knowledge at the time of writing what extra type might be required in the future. Because of API use polymorphism, it means if I create a new class by extending and exiting on one or implementing of exiting interface, I know that my new object will work seamlessly with an exiting API. It also means I can keep things journal in my code. So you can say that when we use polymorphism, you are programming a Java, then it is not a choice. Okay, it is not a choice when you are doing programming. You can't avoid using polymorphism. The biggest benefit of polymorphism is that it is allowed to extend extensible program, because polymorphism allow for the extensible program. Okay, and you can have API which deals with the base type. So all this statement you can read and understand when we use polymorphism. Simple that the biggest benefit of polymorphism is that it allowed to extensible program. Okay, for extensible program we use polymorphism. The end. I hope you like this session. If you like this session, please subscribe this channel, and if you have any query, please comment on a below chats below comment box, so I can read and I reply your all the query. In a future video session we create more video like that, okay, about other OPS concept, inheritance, and okay. So I hope you like this video. Please subscribe this channel. Thank you for watching. Jai Hind.